So you want to actually know what's going on in Metal Gear Solid 5, but you don't want to actually play and experience the innovative multi-award winning critically acclaimed series. Well, don't fret, because I'm going to brief you on Big Boss's story and just what got us to this point in Phantom Pain, about in the time to take you to beat Ground Zeroes.
Standing on the edge of the crater, like the prophets once said.
Whoa, 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 whoa. We're getting ahead of ourselves. We're going to have to take it back on the timeline. Brings us to 1964, a time when spies were the shit.
Do you expect me to talk?
No, Mr. Bond, I expect you to die.
They say the first spy in history was the snake from the Garden of Eden. So Force Operation X, or Fawx, sent their very own snake inside of Russian territory to rescue a weapons engineer named Sokolov. This was the Virtuous Mission. Naked Snake, the man trained by the world-renowned soldier, the boss, was tasked with the job. He's got some comm support from his mentor, Major Zero, Paramedic, and Sigint, and with the support from them, he sets off alone in the Russian jungle to save Sokolov, which he does a fine job of, by the way, kicking ass and taking names all the way through until he sees his mentor on the bridge on the way back.
Boss?
It turns out that the boss has stolen nuclear warheads and defected to the Soviet Union and joined forces with the like of the Cobras and Russian group commander Colonel Volgin. She's also kidnapped Sokolov and completely compromised the Virtuous Mission. Volgin orders her to kill Snake, but instead, she breaks his arm and throws him over the bridge. Snake survives the fall, and with the help of Paramedic, he patches himself up. And then Volgin decides to do something stupid. Something really fucking stupid. He fired American-made nuclear warheads on Russian territory. And that brings us to... Operation Snake Eater. Since Virtuous Mission was a fucking failure and nearly got everybody killed, they greatly revised the plan because now the mission is to send Snake in to assassinate the boss, his beloved mentor, and destroy the Shagohod, Sokolov's machine capable of firing nukes great distances, the very first Metal Gear. They're not gonna make it easy for Snake. On top of assassinating the person who taught him everything he knows, he has to deal with the Cobras, a special forces team led by the boss herself in World War II. Colonel Volgin and another group commander known as Ocelot also are in the mix. And he has the same crew for radio support on the Virtuous Mission, except the boss of course. And this time, he has two agents to meet up with, Adam and Eva. Snake Eater is now a go. Fight after fight, Snake just keeps getting his ass handed to him this whole way through, but that doesn't stop him. Not only does he beat all the Cobra members, he fucking overcomes death itself. And he lost an eye. Nothing's gonna stop this man. Volgin ends up stealing the Shagohod, and Eva and Snake go on this badass motorcycle chase to put him down. Needless to say, Volgin has himself a shocking end. With Volgin and all the Cobra units dead, and the Shagohod destroyed, the only thing left for Snake to do was to kill the boss and escape.
In 10 minutes, MiGs will come and bomb the hell out of this place. If you can beat me in less than 10 minutes, you'll be able to escape in time. You're a soldier. Finish your mission. Face me.
I can't. And the boss forces you to fight her to the death.
Jack. Or should I say, Snake. You're a wonderful man. There's only room for one boss.
Don't worry about it.
And one Snake.
We can make room. Don't worry about it. No. No. The troubles still aren't over because Ocelot's bitch ass decides to drop in while they're flying away. And Snake and him have a scuffle and earn respect for one another, actually.
My name is Adamska. What's yours? John.
What a boring name, Snake. So Ocelot jumps out the fucking plane, but their troubles don't actually end there because some jets try to shoot him down. But they call off at the last second and they fucking make it. Finally, it's over. Then Snake goes back to a cabin with Eva and she commences her very own Operation Snake Eater. But unfortunately, it's short-lived. Turns out that Eva wasn't really Eva. She was a spy all along. And Operation Snake Eater was actually a plan to obtain a philosopher's legacy, which is a fuckload of money secretly brought together by the world's richest people that run things behind the scenes. Basically the Illuminati. Russia needed proof that the US wasn't involved in the nuking, so the boss could never return home to America. But she also couldn't kill herself, and the Russians couldn't do it either. So, they sent her beloved disciple to do it, the man who last saw her on the Virtuous Mission. But you know, it's okay. Snake got a handshake and a medal out of it. And since he surpassed the boss, the president awarded him with the title of Big Boss. Real fucking clever, LBJ. And all the while, the boss was aware of this and part of this throughout the whole process. Although her death and the warhead firing were not planned, she willingly gave up her life. She gave it up for her country, because no one will remember what she did. This won't go down in the history books. The only thing that will go down in the history books is the fact that she betrayed her country. She'll go down reviled as a despicable traitor. And the truth will only live on in Snake's and Eva's memory alone. She didn't betray her country. No, far from it, she saved it. She was a true hero. She was a patriot. A whole decade has passed, and ever since then, Snake had just said "fuck you" to the government, but he still wanted to fight. So he founded the MSF, Militaire Sans Frontières, Snake's very own private military that provides services for anyone who needs them, regardless of nation or ideology. With Kazuhira Miller as his second-hand man, they were doing a simple training exercise when Don Ramon and Paz shows up at their doorstep. They basically want them to liberate Costa Rica from these guys who are threatening them, but they can't do it because they don't have a military in Costa Rica, so they ask MSF to do it. Snake is very reluctant at first, and Paz even throws out this sob story about how her name means peace and that's what she wants to live for. But, you know, Snake doesn't give a fuck about that until Don Ramon shows that he has a special something. It's a cassette tape that has the boss's voice having a conversation with someone. So Snake automatically jumps at this offer. When he finally gets to Costa Rica, he sees that the group that Paz and Don Ramon wants to have eliminated, it's transporting nukes. Snake needs to find out more about the location of these nukes, so he ends up meeting with some local rebels who agree to help him out. After much sneaking, it brings us to Huey Emmerich and Hot Coleman, an asshole who wants to use Huey's Peace Walker, basically a Metal Gear, to launch a nuke to prove a point about nuclear deterrence. Huey refuses, and he gets thrown down a flight of stairs. Being the nice guy that he is, Snake helps him up, and now Huey's a part of MSF. Peace Walker is developed to be an automated bipedal machine capable of firing multiple warheads at selected targets, and it's shielded from any type of detection on radars. This rules out human input, so it has no hesitation in destroying an entire nation if it needs to. To get more information on the AI and the nukes, Huey sent Snake to find Dr. Strangelove. With the help of a horse that looked exactly like the boss's horse, Snake found Dr. Strangelove. And he also found out that she hates the shit out of him for choosing to follow the orders of a shady government rather than that of his mentor and the woman she loved. So she sought to revive her in the AI for Peace Walker. She invites him to destroy the AI and kill the boss again. However, Snake can't take the pressure and has a PTSD attack and passes out. After a boss fight with something that would normally kill a man, Snake seeks his way into a hangar and sees the AI pod being fitted into Peace Walker. Starting to doubt himself on what happened in Snake Eater, he is lured into the pod by asking it questions, only to be ambushed by Coleman and Strangelove, held at gunpoint by a handful of soldiers, who he CQCs the fuck out of and is about to get Strangelove, but he settles for her ID card. Strangelove then starts to torture him to get information to complete the boss's AI. Snake remains tight-lipped through the whole process. He won't give her anything but the official report, but Snake's silence was all she needed to fill in the blank for the AI. Peace Walker gets activated and has missiles set to launch to the MSF base. Oh no! Cue a badass chase on the horse that looks like the boss's horse, which gets injured and needs to be put down. Bringing up stuff about the boss again. Jesus, Snake really can't get a break. Then Don Ramon shows up, who isn't really Don Ramon, he's this Russian guy named Zadornov. Shows up and betrays you and targets Cuba with the missiles to make everyone hate America. But then the rebels from the beginning of the game show up and save the day and clear all that up. With that settled, Strangelove apologizes to Snake, and they set off to ask the AI boss about some questions. But oh no, Coleman put in false data to the Peace Walker of nuclear launch and sent it all to NORAD. And now everyone is shitting themselves. So Snake has to destroy Peace Walker and the AI, re-killing the boss and reliving it yet again. Yes, he did it. Wait. The signals are still going. The transmissions just would not stop. Then Peace Walker did something very strange. It started walking into the ocean. As it walked towards the ocean, it was singing a song in the boss's voice. They used two sections to operate as the brains for the AI in Peace Walker, and after one of them was destroyed, the other took over and cognitive function was formed. The AI started to think as the boss would, so it decided to kill itself to save the world. Again. NORAD now sees that all the missiles were false data and have been replaced with peace symbols, and they now all hear the boss's song. As Peace Walker walked towards the ocean, Strangelove finally realized why she did what she did and came to terms with it. Snake also came to terms with what the boss did, her death, and he salutes her one final time and removes his bandana, and the wind carries it into the ocean. The end. Nope. Turns out Zadornov was even more of an asshole. He betrays you and escapes from his cell you have him in MSF. Then Kaz tell you that somebody stole Zeke, and of all the people to steal it, it's Paz. And guess what? Turns out that she's also an asshole and was playing you the whole time. She isn't 16, her name isn't Paz, and she's working for Zero. Great. What's next, Paz? You're gonna use Zeke to launch a nuke to make everyone hate MSF? Oh, you are? Well, I must fucking be psychic. Big Boss doesn't take kindly to this, so he kicks her fucking ass and she ends up falling in the ocean. And that's the last we hear of her. Until 1 year later. Turns out Paz wasn't dead, but she's actually been captured by a group called XOF, with orders from Zero. And Chico got his ass captured too. So Big Boss goes on a rescue mission to keep his link to Cypher, aka Zero, and save Chico and Paz. Big Boss and Kaz both knew that it was a trap, but Snake went in to rescue them both anyway. After Snake gets them out via chopper support, Chico notices there's a scar on Paz's stomach. There's a bomb inside of her, and they manage to get it out. And all's well, till they see Mother Base. The base is being attacked by XOF units. They land a chopper and Big Boss jumps down and starts kicking ass and taking names. He manages to save Miller and one other MSF soldier, but everyone else on the base sadly didn't make it. They try to interrogate Paz, but she just tells them that she has another bomb inside of her. And she jumps out of the helicopter to save everyone. But she doesn't jump far enough, and the explosion causes the chopper to crash into a pursuing XOF chopper. And boom, just like that, we're all caught up for the Phantom Pain. Your boy Fawx will always take care of you guys. And please give a like and subscribe and keep it locked to Sword and Key, alright? Fawx out.
Okay, that wasn't so hard, was it?
No problem. But how'd you get out the TV?